Of Earth Day 2024. Earth is our paradise and it can't be saved anymore because of you. So if you are made in the image of your God, that's why your God's hiding from me as well. Speaking of people hiding from me, it's the so-called authority figures of these failed people primate proto-societies. Greta gives an example here. Pippi Longstocking, but Greta is people kind of humor her, but they wouldn't win a debate against her, and it's kind of the same with me. So I'll be going to next level of captain of accountability soon, and again, you find this threatening, as people supposedly who are in law enforcement or human rights or equality or fairness or justice, whatever, is you avoid me because you're not really in these professions. And that is why, to me, you are like the person that Pippi is going to talk to here.
Oh, please, pardon. Are you the owner of the store? Oh, you must be a fine lady. And you should know how to answer all my very polite questions.
Not if they
You're
get paid.
pretty darn rude, you know. Oh, well, that's all right. Well, goodbye. At least let me shake your hand. Oh.
Now, they're not robots. Like, I'll be posting conversations. Like, let's say the lady, it's coming up, the lady who's supposed to deal with complaints for Northern Health. And there'll be a series of video on that just to show medical system in Canada. Yeah, you really don't get systemic issues, what it means. Now, there's systemic issues in everything. So what is the first thing you have to admit to? Is not fire people, is admit that as a species, something's wrong up here. And one of the ways to get that back, one of the ways, is a foundation and accountability. Now, when I'm the captain of accountability and I send you an email as such, you feel threatened. And yet, I don't want to harm you. I want you to actually kind of act like you claim you are. But to you, that's a serious threat. You actually believe that great harm is coming to you because of me. And all I do is, oh, okay, you're like this. Oh, this is your role. Oh, this is your mission statement. Oh, you receive a paycheck to undertake these tasks. Now, the fact that you feel threatened by me for this, again, is explained by HSD. But it's also explained because you are part of the problem. You don't realize that an Homo sapien is somebody that would be part of the solution. Well, there's a lot of other great scenes that for me, man, I'd really be getting along with Pippi and her monkey and her horse, because they kind of make more sense than the people primate adults in the highest levels of power today. So yeah, for me, I mean, even though I'm interacting with them like live, let's say in a conversation Zoom, is that, they really appear to be robots. Like they wouldn't be able to find all the fire hydrants or the bridges or the motorcycles or the bicycles because their thinking is compromised. Just like a lot of the characters in here that are adults, it's really kind of true. And then they want to see me as a child or a mentally ill person, but it's really, I'm living in a non-compromised reality in the natural world, and it's really who you are. So I wanted to say as well how shameful it is, like the contradictions, your incongruences, your cognitive dissonance. A lot of people say, oh no, we need more kids, or you never know when the kid will be a genius and solve things. But the kid won't work miracles. The kid will say that's the solution, which most kids today can tell you the difference between right and wrong, and that's the solution. Except you won't want to do it. So it doesn't make a difference how many kids are born unless they can, do magical stuff or supernatural stuff, which they can't. Then, they can't save you. But when you get great kids that become great leaders and role models in solving issues, at least of mitigation of today, is you punish them more and more. So it is dangerous to be born as a child of the failed people primate species from any culture of the world that I've discovered. So one tribe that I would agree to belong to, and people are going to say, tribe with me as a term to want to debate or discuss more and more for the rest of my life. And I'm going to say, well, the only tribe I would agree to belong to and state a claim and label myself with is land mammals. Land mammals. Now, if the majority of our species can't go there, and you can't, you need to be approaching an ecocentric worldview a lot more to get up to the higher wisdom and sentience of paradigm of land mammals to belong to. And land mammals share a lot in common with us. So unless we do that, then yeah, I mean, I could say, I'm filming this vlog from the unceded territory of planet Earth, the third planet from the sun, Sol 3, Gaia. So I say this because, yeah, none of the other land mammals or other categories of life kingdoms have agreed that we can own land. And it's ridiculous to think there's a border here. And I think the best way to evaluate if somebody deserves to be somewhere more than another is how they treat it. And also how long they're there and would have learned about that area, the ecosystems, the environments, all the interconnections, and how to live there. So that there's still today all these variety of tribes, and it's getting worse, and there's more and more wars, because that's all you know how to do, because it's easier to make a profit selling weapons than learn mediation tools or life skills. That's how failed you are. You cannot see anything other than that's them, that's you. And really, to somebody like me, you're all the same. You're really all the same. And you really suffer from all the same human domestication syndromes, which makes it very easy for me to tell that as a robot, you will act this way based on this stimuli and that stimuli. Now, because when you interact with me, I can decide what these stimuli are, I pretty much control you like a puppet. That's pretty much who you are. And that scares you. And instead of letting me help you, like most young kids of today, like Pippi and Greta, is you attack and you get deeper in your denial and you get your HSD worse and you gang up together as this sick people primate species. And that's it. And it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world as land mammals know it, because the damage you're doing will definitely, maybe not life forms deep, deep in the ocean, but to all land mammals, you are screwing up heaven. Which is why if any of your gods ever existed, they were going to continue to avoid the captain of accountability for all of eternity.